Is my screen visible? Okay. So let's proceed with the lab assignment. In last class, we have discussed about lab assignment number 1A. Okay. We have discussed about this part. So let's proceed with 1B. It's about the data structure. We need to write a Java program to implement the stack using arrays with push, pop, and display methods to demonstrate its working. Okay, we need to create a Java program for implementing the stack using array. Okay, we can create stack by using both array and structure, as you know. And before that, we can also get the definition of a stack. When you talk about a stack it's a linear non-primitive data structure wherein the elements will be inserted and removed from the same end, and that end is said to be the top. Okay, and an element which has been inserted first, which will be removed at the end. So the stack it's going to follow the operation. It's called first in, last out, or last in, first out procedure. Okay, so you know about that. I won't take much more time on elaborating that stack. Okay, recently you complete Madidra data structure, you know the thing. So without wasting the time, directly we'll go and implement the stack by using array in Java. Okay, so in order to implement the stack, what exactly I'm going to do here, I will show the part. So we will create mainly two classes. Inherit class create mana. One class it is going to have the data members and member functions for the stack, and one more class it is going to have the main method. In that main method, we will have the menu. That is menu for displaying the different operations which we can perform on stack, and we will do that operation one by one. Okay, in infinite mode while of true. Understood? In C, in order to go for infinite mode, we will be taking the help of while of 1. But in Java, we need to go for using the Boolean data type. It's said to be the true or false. Okay, Boolean use ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So let's proceed for the lab assignment. So we will be getting mainly two classes, as I said. Okay, we'll write those classes. The class, we'll say this as a class tag. We'll say this is class tag, and in this we will get the data members and member function as well as constructor. The data members we will get, and we will get member functions in public section. Because you know everything, right, about the stack. So member functions we need to get here, and we will also get constructor here. Okay, default constructor. So this is about the class tag. Then we'll also get one more class my stack. Okay, so this is the actual main class, because in this we'll get our main method, public static void main. Okay, this method we will get here. So this is our main class, string or guess. We'll get this, and here we'll get our menu driven approach in order to deal with the stack. Okay, while of one novella ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So this is the part we need to do now. As you know already about the stack, it will be represented by using what the graphical approach. In graphical approach, we can represent the stack like this. Okay, wherein we will be having the pointer called top. So top initially it will be pointing to -1. So these are all the things. In the element, if you want to push, we need to push from this end, and if you want to pop an element, we can pop the element from this side itself. Okay, so this is said to be the stack. I can say stack S, but I need to create the stack by using what array now. So int s of, I can take some size here. Understood? So this is size. So that size I need to get. So when I keep on going for pushing the element, so first I need to increment the top, then I can get the element here. And again, if you want to push, increment the top and get the element. And if you wish to pop, then first fetch the retrieve the element, then decrement the top. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay. And apart from push and pop operation, we need to also deal with the display. Okay. So this is also one of the operation we need to perform. So here they are not restricted on the data type. Okay, ಏನು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. We will deal with the integer itself. Even we can also deal with double character, string ಎಲ್ಲದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. But we will deal with integer itself. But the main thing you need to understand, we need to create mainly two classes here. And the file name should be the same as this class name, because this class it's having the main method. E class and main method is that. So this class name we need to use in order to give the file name for our .java file. Okay. So let's create it. We'll invoke Eclipse. We'll double click on this one. I have explained how to install Eclipse ID in the last class as well as JDK. Just proceed with that one. So this is the workspace. We'll return as it is. I have in Java 2021 DALM. We'll proceed with the same workspace. Launch. We'll launch the workspace. If you get any doubt, I'll explain the concept. You just stop me and get clarify your doubt. Okay, because it's all about the lab assignment. It's all required, remember. This was the program we have discussed in the last class. Let's proceed with the next program. We'll create the new file. So go to source. On source, take right click. Okay, and there we have a new one there, and take the class. So what should be the class name? Yen kodona illi. Anyone?
My stack.
What I'm supposed to give the name? Anyone? Wake up. I've shown here, right? We will be mainly getting two classes. Class stack and class my stack. So yen kodona iga name. Whether it's a stack or my stack. Which one? Come on, make it fast. Vega.
My stack.
So what I'm supposed to give the file name? Whether it's a stack or my stack. And pick the person then. Monotonous. What should be the file name? It's my stack. Okay. But the name of the class, the file name should be my stack. So we'll use the same thing, M caps. For the next word, the first letter should be caps. I need to follow the same approach. So my stack public, and I need public static void main. So we'll finish. Okay. So this is the thing we have here. Now immediately you get the class above on this one. So the ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಒಂದು class create ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ. So class, I need stack. Okay. So I have class here stack. Then in this one we'll have the data members. What are the data members we need? You just unmute your mic and respond. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು chat box ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. What and all we need here? Data members.
Top.
Okay, anyone?
Top.
In data member. Stack, right? Okay. I will take the stack as S. Okay. And then I will take size. Let it be as 30. And I will take size as one more data member. Will also take top. Okay. So this is the thing. And now you can see here we will give the size here dynamically corona. So in order to give the size dynamically, we need to deal that in constructor. Okay, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. So then public we will get the methods. So what kind of methods we need? If you observe here in the last case, data members with the data members we had methods like this, read and display. So in the same way, so what kind of we need here? Okay. What exactly we need? The methods like push. Okay. So we need push. So let it be the return type as void. Then I need pop. Pop again will return as void. Okay. This is also void. I need to return anything. And then I need display. This is the thing. We need these three methods: push, pop, and display. And here we will start defining each and everything. Define mana. And along with this, I also need a constructor. The constructor I need the constructor, the default constructor. We need default constructor. And what exactly we can do here? So we'll explain this part now. So in this constructor, we will do one thing. We'll read the size for stack. Okay, read the size for stack. Size read mana. Then we'll allocate the memory for yes, it's an array. But the allocate the memory, we will allocate it, and we will initialize stop to minus. Okay, these things we will do in this particular constructor. So let's start. So what exactly we need to do? So sort will give here into the size of stack. We will read the size for the scanner. I need a scanner here because I'm supposed to read the value from the keyboard. So I need scanner. So in order to get the scanner, import java dot util. Okay, java dot util dot scanner. We need this. We'll get the scanner, and we'll also create scanner object. Scanner s, or you can say sc equals to new scanner of one.in. Understood? So we have a scanner. Now with the help of the scanner, we will read a value for this size. So size sz is equals to sc dot next int. As it's the integer, I will read the size. Then for this stack, I will allocate the memory. So s is equals to new int of sz. Understood? So now I have allocated the memory for this stack, and that is array. Okay, so this is for allocating memory dynamically. And after this one, we need to initialize top to -1. Top is equals to -1. Understand? So these things we are supposed to do in the constructor, and we have done all this. Okay, we read size, then we allocated the memory for array. Initialize top as -1. Okay, then we'll go for defining these functions. So we'll start defining these functions one by one. Push. Now coming to the push function. So here, before pushing an element into the onto top of the stack, We want to push an element onto top of the stack. Before that one, we need to check whether our stack is full or not. Okay. So in order to do that one, we'll check one condition here. So the condition, it's a very simple condition, whether top is equals to size minus 1. Okay, as you are starting from 0. So if it is so, we'll display the output statement like stack is stack overflow. Just stack overflow instead. Else I'll push an item onto top of the stack. So s of plus dot is equals to the element I need here. Before that, let me read the element. So in order to read the element, we'll have one local variable element. Okay. So we will read that element. So we'll give one statement. This is out enter element. The element. Fine. We have the element. We need to read the element now. So we'll read that element to this variable. Element is equals to sc dot next string. Now I have element with me. Then it will be assigned. Okay. So this is the definition for a push. And in the same way, we will get the definition for pop. For pop, we need to check the condition. The condition, it is set to be underflow. In order to check for underflow, we have here top should be equals to minus 1. If it is so, then it's a underflow. Okay, this is underflow. Suppose if it is not underflow, then we will display sort then popped element. Popped element is I'll directly display here plus s of top minus. That's it. Understand? Here it is going to display the topmost element, then it will decrement the top also. Okay? In a single approach, we will do this on the ceremony. Then coming to the display, here also same thing. Before doing what display, I need to check the condition. We'll check the condition. As you know already about this one, I'm going in a faster mode. So before displaying the content, I need to check the condition. Condition check ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ stack underflow. Then we'll give one statement here. Contents of stack are the elements of stack are. So it should be displayed by using for loop int I is equals to top. ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆನೇ ಬರಬೇಕು, and I should be greater than or equals to 0, and it should go decremented. Okay, so this sort, and it should be displayed now. So displaying I have used println ಅಂದ್ರೆ print ಮಾಡಿ control next line ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So here we'll display that element s of I. That's it. This is all about the definition of class tag, which is known for you. ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದೇ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. You know about data member, and you know about member functions, and the definition is also known for you. Okay, there is nothing called new here. So this is all known for you. Then after this one, we have the constructor. So this constructor, it's having wait. Okay. Now coming to the constructor. In the constructor, I'm reading size for the stack. Then the memory has been allocated for the array. Okay, as it's a dynamic. If you want to assign the value directly here, it won't take. So allocate the memory dynamically by using new. Then I have initialized top to -1. So this is all about the definition of class tag. Now I will take you through the next class. It's the main class myStack, and here we will create one scanner object because we need to read the choice. So sc1 is equals to new scanner, new scanner of system.in. So this is required. We'll get this one, and after this one, we need to read the choice. So for that, I will take ch in order to read the choice. Then immediately I will give the main. While okay, before that, we will create object for this class stat. Stat. We will create the object as object s object for stat os. Okay. So then immediately after this one, in order to create the object, we need to create the object in Java like this. So C++ help I need to have what the approach like this. So object has it's been created now. Then I need to take what while of true because I need to send some set of statements in an infinite mode. So then here we'll be getting the menu. Sysort will get the menu. Menu will get. I'll say this is a stack menu. Stack operation menu. You can see operation menu like this. Right? Got the stack operation menu title. Under this one, we will get uh, the menu. The menu should go like this. First one. So first one for push. Then after this one slash n. Two for pop. Okay. And after this one, we need to get third one. That's display. Display. After this one, we get fourth. Exit. This is about the menu. So after this one, I'm supposed to ask for a user to enter the choice. So we'll ask for the user to use the choice. So sys out. After using sys out, you use control space ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಸಾಕು elaborate ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Here you enter your choice. Enter your choice. So then after this one, you read the choice by using scanner object sc1. We need to use for reading to the choice variable ch is equal to sc1. Then choice is next. Then after this one, as usual, switch. We need to use switch of ch. Then here it comes the name. Okay. Case one. It's a push. Okay. Then break it. Then case two. So we need to call with object. Call with object is os dot push. Then after this one, os dot pop. Break. Then we have case 3. os dot display. Then break. Then we have case 4. Case 4 it's exit system dot exit.
Okay.
Do exit of 0. Then break. So after this one, default. Okay, default we can do sys out. Sys out. You can say around size. Oh, this thing is right. So that it's all about program. So remember system.exit of 0 we are supposed to use in order to come out of the program. In C we will be using exit of 0, which is there in stdlib.h, right? So after this one, we will save this program. Okay. If you have any compiler error, that is error with compilation time error, ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. we are not having anything. Let me show that. If I remove the semicolon, we will get error here itself. Okay, so it's incomplete and so in our program we are not having any issues. Even we can see here error we will be getting here. So now we'll save this. We'll go for executing this one, and here we can see the output. So this is the thing. So it is asking for the size. So we'll give the size as 3, and this is the menu, stack operation menu. So one for push, it is asking for the element to push 10, and again I will push the second element 20, and again I will give the next element 30, and again if I go for push, okay, I will get the message stack overflow. Understand? Because size more ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮುಗಿಯುತ್ತೆ. Then I will display the stack by giving 3. This is the contents of stack at 30, 20, 10. And if you go for pop 2, I am supposed to give 2 quotes. First element 30, it's been popped. Okay. Then again if I give 2, it's 20. If I again give 2, it's 10. Understood? Again if I give 2, it's a underflow. And now if I go for display, it's a underflow. Understood? So this is all about the program. Okay. Of this, as you can see, after giving 4 ಕೊಟ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ. It won't display the menu again. I think you observed or not. We'll give 3, then if I give 4, you won't get the menu. It means what? It's been ended. ಮುಗೀತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. So that's it. It's all about the lab assignment number 1B. Herein we need to write Java program to implement the stack using arrays, and we need to write push pop and display methods to demonstrate it's working. So that's it. Now, tell me if you have any doubt, we'll discuss it. Then we'll proceed for the next lab assignment 2A. It's about the inheritance. Okay, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. So easily you can understand because you know the concept of inheritance. But we need to worry about the syntax. The syntax and ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. Understood? If anybody is having an issue, or you can ask. Anyone? Let's check my mind. You must have known more. Yes, thanks for that. Everyone must have known. No. This is for testing. Anyone speak please.
Sir,
If you have an issue, then drop your message chat box. So that's it. It's all about what the lab assignment 1. Can I proceed for the next one? And drop your message in chat box. Can I proceed for the second one? 2A.
yes, sir.
Fine. Good. Let's proceed for the next one. It's 2A. As you can see the statement here. So this is the statement. So in 2 again we have A and B. So let's finish up this one today very quickly. So we need to design a superclass called staff. Try to predict the type of inheritance. We predict I will read out the statement. So we need to design a superclass called staff. with details as staff ID, name, phone, salary. Okay? And extend this class by writing three subclasses, namely teaching, and it should have what its own property along with a superclass property. Superclass property already we have staff ID, name, phone, and salary, and its own property for the derived class. First derived class is teaching, and it's having what its own property along with the properties of parent. Here we have property one under domain and publications. And in the same way, we have the second derived class. It's called technical. So it's having what along with the properties of parent and its own. It's called skills. Okay. Then coming to the next class. The next class is called a contract. Wherein again it's going to have the property of the super class, that is the parent. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, and it will be having what its own property. It's called period. Okay. This is about what the derived class. We need to write a Java program to read and display at least three staff objects of all three categories. So we need to deal with this one. So now tell me what kind of uh, inheritance it is. Corresponding chart. What kind of inheritance? We have staff. Yeah, under that one we have three child classes. So more of them. So what do you think about the type of inheritance? Anyway, so we have only five types, right? Single, multi-level, multiple, hybrid, hierarchical, and stack. So tell me which one it is. Anyway, single, so multiple. Next, anyway, make it fast. What type of inheritance it means? Hmm. Remember, this particular type of inheritance it belongs to a hierarchical. It's not multiple. So why will
Sir,
this is hierarchical? Let me brief it quickly.
So,
Here we have three classes. No class here. This is class staff. This is class staff. And this particular class staff, it is having the members. So what kind of members it's having the members of staff ID,
so
name, phone, and salary. Okay. So it's having staff ID, name, phone, and it's also having salary. So these are all the members of this class called staff. And for this staff class, we are creating three subclasses. More subclass statement already. We have those three subclasses here. Next one, parametric electricity that it's going to apply the property. So we have three subclasses for this one. What are those? This is the hierarchy. And the technology. What are all we have three classes: teaching, technical, and contract. Teaching, technical, and contract. So this is teaching, this is technical, this is contract. Okay. Now, am I audible clearly?
yes, sir.
Fine. So let's proceed. So what exactly I was telling that the type of inheritance it belongs. It belongs to a type of inheritance. It's called hierarchical. So this is the thing you can see. We have staff as a parent. Under this one, we have the members for staff as staff ID, name, phone, and salary. So those things you can see: staff ID, name, phone, and salary. And for this super class for staff, we have three derived classes: teaching, technical, and contact. And that thing you can see: teaching, technical, and contact. And this teaching, it's having the ability to access the property of a parent. Observe ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And it is also having what its own property. So what and all the property it's having? It's having its own property as domain and publication. Okay, it's having its own properties. So what and all properties it's having? It's having domain, and it's also having publications. Okay, and coming to the second class, the second subclass, it is the technical. So this one it's having what its own property along with the parent. So technical. When I come to technical, so here I have the property called skills along with its parent. So we'll write that one. So this is skills along with the parent. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಇದಿರುತ್ತೆ. Then coming to the contract. But contract class, we have its own property called period. Okay. So we have the period. Period in the sense in here it's a duration. Just to time bound ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. So three types of employees we have. Now it is with respect to our college ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. So we have these kind of faculty members, teaching, technical supporting staff, and we have some faculty those who are serving under contract basis. Okay. So when I come to teaching, so they're having the ability to access what the property of a staff class, and they will be having what their own property. Teaching faculty, they will be having some domain specification, and they will be having their own paper publications. When I come to technical staff, they will be having same staff details like staff ID, name, phone, salary, and along with that, they will be having their own property called skills. And when I come to some contract based members, there I will be having again we'll get what staff details, staff ID, name, phone, and salary, and along with that I will be having what the duration. Okay, ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ that value we will be having here. So this is the scenario we have, and we need to implement this one, and we'll create object for all these classes, and we'll understand this one, demonstrate ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, so this is the thing we need to understand. Let's go quickly and get the things done. Okay, we'll create mainly three classes here. So let me write those three classes. Sorry, no, not three. Exactly, we need to create 4 plus 1, 5 class ಬರಿಬೇಕು. So why we need to write 5 class? First class here, it's for the staff itself. ಇದಕ್ಕೊಂದು class ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so we'll write the class for staff. Class staff. Okay, this is class staff, and what exactly it is going to have? It is going to have these data members. The data members alla ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. Okay, what and all? Staff ID, the name, salary, everything should come here. Name, phone, and salary. Okay, rough ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Program ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Then along with this, we will get 2 member functions. One is for reading staff. Okay, and one more function we need to get for display. Read ಮಾಡೋದು, display ಮಾಡೋದು, computation ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. So this thing we need to get in class staff. Then after that we need to create the second class teaching. So class teaching, and this class should be a derived class for this staff. So in Java, in order to make this as a derived class for the existing class, we need to use the keyword called extends. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಬಟ್ C++ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಲನ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ parent ಅದು ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. But in Java, we need to use the keyword called extends, and here I need to write what its parent. Extend staff, and now it is a derived class and it will be having the property of a base class. Now along with that, it should get what its own property. So what and all it should get? A domain and publications. Okay. Domain in the sense or the area of specialization, image processing, artificial intelligence, machine learning, like that. Okay, computer networks. And along with that, it should have what its own property, definition. So read and display. Got it? So in read, we need to read what everything. We need to read this as well as we need to read these members also. While displaying, I need to display all these members along with this publication and domain. So this is the thing we are supposed to get in class teaching. And coming to class technical, in class technical, it will goes in almost same manner of this one, class technical. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ we can make it as very specific function. We will make this as a read ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋ ಬದಲು let's say read staff ಈ ತರ ಕೊಡೋಣ. Read staff or read display staff, like that we will give. Okay, here also read teaching and read display teaching, like this. We'll give very specifically. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ನೇಮ್ ಕೊಲಿಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ambiguity issue ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ so second class we are done. In third class teaching, sorry, technical, extends staff, and now it will be having what its own property, skills. Okay, programming knowledge, okay, skills, and again it is going to have what its own method, read technical. Understood? Then we can have what display technical. Okay, like this. So that's it. Okay. Then in the same way, I will get the class for contract. So for this again, class contract, extends staff. Here also same. It will have this property along with that its own period. Then I will have a function for reading it. So read a contract, its own definition. Then we'll also have a display contract. Understood? So right now we have 4 classes: staff, tech teaching, technical, and contract. And these are all the derived classes for this one. And now apart from this, we need to maintain one more class. Okay, the main class. So I'll say this as class my staff. And here we will be having our public static void name, string argues. And here we need to create object for these classes, and we need to demonstrate. So that thing we need to do. So we need to get what all these things done in this particular program. So the type of inheritance, it's a hierarchical. Remember, it's not a single or multi-level or multiple like that. It's a hierarchy. I think you understood the concept now. We'll proceed for the programming. You have to keep this thing in your mind. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ one by one. Let's go for the programming. Have you understood this part? Respond through chat box itself. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇಷ್ಟು? Make it fast. Yes. Good. Well, let's go for programming. So we'll create new class. So take right click on src, then new, then take class. So we'll create the class. What should be the name for the file? Anyone? It's my stuff. Good. It's my stuff. So my stuff, public static void main I want, we'll get it and we'll finish. So this is the thing. Okay, we'll import the package because I need to read So ಮೊದಲು ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟ್ java dot util import dot scanner. So we need this one. Then we'll create 4 classes above the my stuff. 4 class paper. So class stuff. Fast time. This is class stuff, and here we have class technical teaching, right? So class teaching is going to sense the property of staff. This is class teaching. Then we'll have the same here. Else we will do one thing. We'll first finish with one class. Then we copy paste ಮಾಡಿ edit ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. So let's deal with this main class staff, and here we need to have the members. So first one, staff ID. We'll take it as SID. Staff ID. Staff ID. Then followed by this, we need to get what name. We need we'll get salary here. So same type gather mana. So this is int. Then I want name. So string s name, staff name. Then I need phone number. So long. Then phone. Understand? So then after this one, we'll get the function. As first one, read staff. So read staff. So in this, we need to define the function in that staff. Then I need the function read display. Void display staff. Okay, so we need to define it. So let's define and copy and paste it. Aste and paste ಮಾಡಿ edit ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ. So read staff here. We'll read it. This is out. This out. Enter. Staff ID. Name. Salary. And phone. The message and user like those were executing. So then I will have a scanner object. Scanner SOC is equals to new scanner of system.in. So this is the scanner. So now with the help of this scanner, we will read all these things. So first one, staff ID. So we'll create the staff ID SSC.next int. Then we'll read second. After staff ID, we have to read the name. So yes name. Keep this as a small. Yes name. And it's SSC.next. Okay. Next, then as it's a string, next one. Then we need to read salary. So salary is equals to SSC.next int. Then we need to read the phone number. So phone is equals to SSC.long int. Next long. That's it. We are able to read what the staff base class members read ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. Then after this we will display the content. Okay. So while displaying, we will display in a proper way. Like I will display staff name, so staff ID, staff name, salary and phone number. So clean ಆಗಿ display ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. So in order to do that one, so yeah, let's finish it here. So let's try ಮಾಡೋಣ ಬನ್ನಿ. System out. So directly display the data numbers. So first one, staff ID. After this one, let's have one tab. Then after this one, we'll display name. Okay, yes, name. So then a tab. Then after this one, we have done this thing in first label monitor. Its name, then followed by this, will display salary. After this one, we'll get tab, and here we'll display phone number. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಲೈಕ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಬೇಕಂತ ಈಗ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊ. So this is the intention. Staff details ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ತಂದ್ಬಿಡೋಣ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ main method ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. So this is the thing we have with us. So then after this one, we will go for getting the definition for the remaining classes. So we'll just copy it, we'll paste. So 3 times we'll paste, 1 time at the second time, third time. Okay. This is the main class, and coming to the next one, instead of staff, I'll make it as teaching. Teaching. Extends staff. Okay. Extends staff. So here we'll remove these things because our staff, technical teaching, it should have a domain and publication. So we'll get that one. So domain, so it's a string. It's a string, domain, it's a string. Then we have publications number. Publications, it's a number. So it should be int. Okay. So here enter domain and publication. Domain and publication. Domain and publication. So we'll show separately, and after that I will club all those things. And I will get confusion better. So then here we are displaying staff details. So here I'll change the function. So read teaching and read teaching, and we'll make this as display teaching. Here while displaying, I will display these two. Okay. So these two will display along with that need to display. That part we will see later. So we'll display domain. The domain. And along with this display, we'll display publications. Publications. Okay. This is the thing we have here. So let's go for execution. So it's just right now I have inheritance only with respect to this. I have main class and this teaching. So let me go for the execution. So for that one, we will see how exactly the output will come. So this is the thing we have, main class and only one direct class. It's a single inheritance. Okay. We have this part now. So coming to the my staff, in this void main, so I'll create object for this. Object for the derived class. No need to create object for the main class. Teaching. teaching will get the object as T, new object. New so we have object for the teaching class. Then with the help of this object, we will call the methods. We need to read what first basic detail, staff ID, name, salary, and phone number. Then after that, we need to read the domain and publication. So we need to read this one. Okay. I have not read the domain and publication here. So let me read the main the read teaching method. Domain is equal to SC dot next. Okay, this is the domain. Publications it should be SC dot next. Understood? So this is all the thing. You just take once a look on this program. The class. This is important, and this is staff. These are all the data members. And this is the read of staff and display of staff. And this is the derived class teaching, extend staff. Then in this we have its own property, domain, and publications, and the scanner. And after that, read teaching and display teaching. And this is the main class, my stuff, and we have the main method in it. And I have created the object for the derived class, not for the main class. Okay, and the staff create module, parent create module, I have created for the teaching. So after this one, we'll read the basic detail. I need to invoke this method. So we can invoke that method with the help of the derived class because it is having the ability to access the property of a parent and property access model ability. So then along with this, I will also read the property of its own. So read, we have the method called in it read teaching. So we will call that method. So dot read teaching. Okay. So that's it. Yes, should be called. Understand? So this is for the purpose of reading teaching staff basic data and its own data like domain and publication. Then after this one, we'll display the faculty or the teaching staff details. So in order to display the content, I will give one heading. So here, teaching staff details. So what and all it's there. We have staff ID. Okay. Then we have name. Then we have salary. Okay. Then we have phone number. Phone number we have. This is simply phone. Then we have domain. Then after this domain we have publication. Like capture in differentiation mark of is it's all about the heading. So under this one we need to get the thing. Okay. So ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೀಗೆ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತವೆ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ಐಡಿ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ನೇಮ್ ಈ ತರ ಬರ್ತಬೇಕು. So what I will do while displaying, instead of displaying as this println data, I will use it as a print. Because after displaying staff ID, name, salary, and phone, I need to get domain and publication in the same line. We'll print and then really. So domain and publication. So now we'll call the methods. The first method I will call with respect to this object ts dot display staff, and after this one ts dot display teaching. Understand? Okay. So that's it. It's sufficient for us now. We will save this. It's been saved, and we are not having any error. As you can see, error in illa. I will go for the execution. One ready ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸಾಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವೇ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Just copy paste ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So we'll execute now. So enter staff ID, name, salary, phone number. It's asking. First, we'll give the statement. We'll give the input now. Staff ID will give it as 100. Staff name will give it as AAA. And salary will as something like this, and the phone number will give. And it will ask for the domain and publication. So I'll say Deep Digital Image Processing. Then I'll give the publication say file. So this is the output right now we are getting. Sorry, I mean more. So staff ID, name, salary, phone, domain, and publications. We have here staff ID, name, salary. Staff ID 100, the name AAA, then salary we have, then the phone number we have, then the domain also we have, then the publication. Okay, but it's not in a proper way. So let's get it in a proper way. Okay, ಇದು ಒಂದೇ ಲೈನ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಫೋನ್. It's been I've used slash n. We'll use staff ID, then name, then salary, then we'll give a phone number, then we'll give the domain and the publication. And this is the thing here. So we need to align it. Align Madana. So staff ID, name, salary, phone number, then the domain and the publication. So after phone number displaying, after displaying phone number, we will give one extra space stamp. We will phone number or area. So domain India. We'll start with tab itself. Okay. So tab. We'll start with the tab. Okay, the next one already. So we'll get the things done properly now. Untitled salary, then phone number, then the domain, then the publication. Fine. So this is the thing we are supposed to get in birthday. Understand? So now, in order to differentiate properly, we will give one statement here. This out. This out. Enter teaching. Enter teaching faculty. Teaching staff details. ಈಗ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಂಟರ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So this is the thing. Okay. So we will be getting the output like this. So here work enter teaching staff details and then ಕೆಳಗಡೆ you need to enter. Okay, and one more thing you can observe here, in read teaching itself, instead of calling the method read staff here, it's a separate we call ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ. So in read teaching itself, we can directly call that method read underscore staff. So we can directly call. But we need to create what term. So then we can avoid this part. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Read ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So this is for read, right? So read staff. First it will read all these data numbers. Then it will read what the thing like domain and publication. And in the same way, we can remove this display staff. We can remove this one, and we can have here. So display staff, it will first displays. As it's a member of parent, directly we can access because it's a derived class, remember. So it will display these things. Understand? Okay. So this is the thing. Just now I have changed. Instead of calling it separately here, so we have only direct approach, like read teaching, then display teaching. Understand? Understood? Okay. So this is the thing we have with us. Let me now go for the remaining thing. We are done with staff teaching, so we need to deal with this one. Now easily we can deal with this one. ಬೇಗ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, 2 minutes ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕ್ಲೀನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ it will take hardly 10 minutes. So let's go for our next class teaching. We are done. We'll copy this part, we'll copy it, then we'll paste, and this is for class technical. Okay, technical, we have class technical extend staff. So here we have the a member called skills. Skills again, it's a string. Okay, what's a number? So here while reading, I'll change it as read technical, and let it be as it is. Read stuff again because basic data is. Then enter skills ಅಂತ ಕೊಡಿ ಸಾಕು. Enter skills, and here you don't have a domain, stop at skills, and you remove these publications. Okay. So this is about the read technical. Then display technical, then here display stuff written as it is, and you just display skills. Oh, this is the thing. Step. So this is for class technical. So we are done with the class technical. So then next one, we'll go for class contract. So class contract, the same thing. We will copy it. We'll paste here. So instead of technical, I'll make it as a contract. So here instead of skills, I will have the data member as period. So here it's a duration. So it's an int. So here see read technical, instead of technical, we'll get it as contract. The function read stuff again, enter contract, and there is enter period. Okay. Then here, okay. And as it's an integer, so next int. Understand? So then coming to the display, again contract, and display stuff as it is every time, and here instead of displaying skills, you display. So this is all about the class, all the classes, class staff. It's a node computing. It's all basic. That is parent superclass data members. Even this also superclass data member, scanner, read staff, display staff. In teaching, we have its own data member along with the parent. Its own under the domain method publication and scanner object. Then read teaching. Here we are accessing the parent staff method read staff. Then we are reading its own members domain and publication. Display teaching, we are displaying the basic data of superclass display staff. Then its own domain and publications. Then coming to technical, here we have skills, the same thing. Okay. Then coming to contract, here we have period, and we are dealing with that. So coming to the my stuff. Okay. This is our class which is having main method. So here what exactly we can do? Just copy. Then copy ಮಾಡಿ paste it. We are supposed to paste it 2 times. One time ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Enter teaching staff ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. We'll make it as technical staff details. And here instead of creating object for teaching, we'll create for technical. We'll make it as TES technical staff. And here object it is for the technical. Class thing. Technical. Mistake note. Then TS read instead of teaching, we have now the method called read technical. You get this one. Otherwise ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದು ತಗೊಂಡುಬಿಟ್ಟು TS ಆದಮೇಲೆ after TS you just place dot, so it will use the option. Then after this one TS, okay, dot, then display. You have display technical, but here enter technical staff details. So after this one we are reading the data. Then while displaying, we need to display staff ID, name, salary, phone number. Then after this one, skills. Yeah. Skills. So now we are done with second staff. Understood? So it's a technical staff, and this one is a teaching staff. So now after this one, we will paste one more time. Okay, we'll copy it. Copy, then paste here. So this is for contract staff. Contract staff details. So we'll create object for the contract class. So object contract new, then contract. So this is the object. Now we will call the method OC, that is object contract, then read contract. Then while displaying staff ID, name, salary, phone, so instead of skills we need to display the date. Okay. And here instead of display technical, OS dot display OC dot display contract. So that's it. We are done with all. Okay. So we are done with teaching staff, then done with technical staff, then done with contract staff. So we'll save it. And you can observe here we are not having any error ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಲ್ಲಿ, ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. We'll saved it, then we'll run it. We'll run this one. So it's asking for teaching staff first data. So enter staff ID. So we'll give the staff ID 100, name as A. Then we'll get the salary. Okay. Then get the phone number. Then after this one, a domain and publication for the teaching staff itself. So tip. Then we'll get the publication plus 5. So staff name, salary, phone number, domain and publication, it's been displayed. Okay na? Sir, ಇಲ್ಲ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. So enter technical staff details. Okay, let's display at the end itself. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಡ, ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡೋಣ. In order to do that one, so we'll gather this thing one by one. ಎಲ್ಲ read ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ we'll just cut it. We'll cut it and paste here after read of contract. Okay na? This is for teaching itself. Okay. ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇರಲಿ ಬಿಡಿ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮುಗಿದೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಹಾಕ್ಕೋಬೋದು. I will proceed with that itself. We'll proceed with this itself. So now it's asking for enter technical staff details. So we'll technical staff details. We'll give the ID 200 and we'll give the name as BPP. Then the salary will give as 25,000. Then phone number will give here. Then it's asking for skill, so we'll give the skill as C++. So it's been displayed. Okay, 200 BBB salary, phone number, skill. So then it's asking for the contact staff. So we'll give the ID, then the name as C60, then the salary, say 20,000. Then the phone number. Then it is asking for the period. So I'll say it's for 3 years. So that will be displayed. Understand? So that's it. It's all about your lab assignment. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ reading with respect to technical teaching and contract ಎಲ್ಲ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ನೀವು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್? So that's it. It's about our lab assignment number 2A. So wherein we have designed a super class staff and 3 derived classes, teaching, technical and contract. So if you have anything to be discussed, okay, you can drop your doubt in the chat box. So I'm observing. Else, the thing you need to do in today evening. So as usual, you will be created 4 assignments create at the Google Classroom ಅಲ್ಲಿ. One 2 assignments for each lab slots, lab programs. Okay, as usual ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದಂಗೆ one for uploading the screenshot, result screenshot, and one more for uploading the .java file. Remember, you need to upload .java file itself. Don't upload image or .pdf of the source code. So you need to upload .java file itself, and you know that already. Just reminding you. So 4 assignment will be created for you today, and you need to upload the things carefully, and it will be evaluated by Arthi madam. Arthi madam ಅದನ್ನು evaluate ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. She is doing fantastically. ಅವ್ರು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು she is updating the status also. Excel sheet maintain ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, and everything will be monitored carefully. ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಆನ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಬೇಡಿ. ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದದು ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲೇಟ್ ಸಬ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಆಸ್ 0. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್. ನಮಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಯಾರು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಇನ್ನೂ, ಯಾರು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಲೇಟ್, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್. ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ we will check and we will allot the marks. Okay, so that is the thing we are supposed to do. The deadline also will be shared in the Google Classroom chat box, and the message will drop ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Apart from this, if you want to discuss anything, you can discuss here. Otherwise, you can drop your message in WhatsApp. Okay, we'll stop the session here. In the next class, we will talk about the remaining 2 lab assignments. Fine. Stop ಮಾಡ್ಲಾ? Just respond with message. Fine. We'll stop the session. Drop your attendance and leave the session.